Hi everyone, this is Yaro. I'm recording on my new MacBook Pro and I'm really impressed with the built-in iSight camera. So this week and maybe beyond I'm going to put it through a bit of testing and record some talking head videos for you guys on the blog. Obviously I've done this before, but I was doing that with my Windows machine and the quality wasn't as good. So hopefully this will be a little bit better with the Mac. Now the purpose behind doing these videos is there's a couple of reasons. Now obviously I'm about to open the doors to Blog Mastermind for, well, you could say the second time. It'd be the third group of students to have taken the program, but basically there was a set of students who joined in December. They're about to finish, and I'm going to open it again in June, hopefully if things go right. But the reason why I'm doing these videos is actually to take you behind the scenes of this launch. Now, obviously, my blog, Entrepreneur's Journey, has been a real study, a background study of me as an entrepreneur and what I've done to launch businesses, and I want to continue that trend and make use of video a little bit more by just giving a few tips based on what I'm doing at the moment with this relaunch process, because obviously every day I'm spending time on this. This is the real practical experience I'm getting at the moment. And I like to reflect on that to you guys and girls reading and watching my blog, and hopefully you can use what I'm going through as tips and advice for any launches you ever do in the future from your blog or whatever you do on the internet. So these are going to be short videos, and essentially I'm going to look at whatever I'm actually working on right at the moment for this launch. So I'm going to give you a real background insider info. So today we're going to dive straight into it. Now obviously this is going to be completely related to Blog Mastermind, so no doubt this is very much a part of the launch process itself. So let's not forget, a launch is more than just putting up a sales page and taking on people. There's a whole bunch of stuff that goes on publicly, like these, like videos you can release and content, and also behind the scenes. So this sort of crosses both those worlds. We're going to look at behind the scenes and produce it as public information, which will contribute to the success of my launch as well. So today I want to talk about what I've been working on for pretty much the last week and a half, besides doing everything else I do, which is the sales page for the launch. Now obviously a sales page, when you're doing any internet product release, is one of the most significant tasks you have. Now, when I first launched Blog Mastermind back in April of 2007, I had a sales page. Wasn't written for me. What I did is I wrote it myself using basically a brain dump technique, where I sat down over the course of a few days in front of my laptop and I brain dumped pretty much everything, every single thing I could think of that I wanted my sales page to include. Now, it wasn't written in the type of language then that was typical sales page. It wasn't designed to convert, and it was a lot of rambling. To be honest, there was a lot of too many words, and it needed to be cut down and made more a better flow and a much more better structure. So I hired a copywriter to do that, and they went and did a heavy edit of my sales page. Now this time around, I want to be a little bit more different. I'm going to use more video in my sales page. I actually want to have not quite as long a sales page as last time. I think the time for long sales pages, at least in my industry with so many bloggers reading it, is not necessarily the right thing to do. I'm going to test that. We're going to find that out. But what I'm going to really do is explain to you what's happening now to create what I will use as an order page. So I'm taking my previous sales page as a template, and I'm going to use that combined with some new video I'm going to do with this Mac, of course. I'll do some screen flow captures where I'll show people what's going on within Blog Mastermind. So what I've been doing in the last few weeks is reviewing the old copy, adding and updating it for current events. Obviously things have changed since a year ago with my own blogging, and I'm going through that process. Now what that involves is essentially opening up a text editor and going through the words, and it's probably my least favorite activity of the launch process, and I'd like to get it done. Now the thing with a sales page, you do need to be confident that it's done before you can really go into your launch phase, unless of course you've got someone else doing it all for you. For me, most of the actual content ideas come from my own head, so I need to be the one at least providing the skeleton of the sales page. And I'll have some people go over it, and that's what I do. I have a friend of mine, William Swain from Marketing Results, who's a trained copywriter. He, as part of the service that I buy from him, will give me some copy editing services. So he's going to go over my words and improve the page and get the flow a bit better. And obviously it always helps to have more than one person go over your copy. So what I've been doing is adding things to my sales page, in the sense that, in the past I would have talked about what Blog Mastermind is about, but I hadn't actually had someone go through the program. So there's a lot of testimonials to be added. Now that's a benefit you have once you've done something on the internet, or once you've released a product and it's actually serviced some people. Hopefully you provided value, those people are happy with what you provided, and then they will offer you a testimonial, some kind of feedback. I'd like to get video done, I'd like to get audio done, and I already have text. So what I've done is I've set up a few conversations with some of the current and past students, and I'm hopefully going to get them on video to offer testimonials. If not video, audio. I've already got a bunch of text testimonials which are either sent to me unsolicited, or in comments in my guest book, or in replies to blog posts or content inside Blog Mastermind. So thankfully, a lot of people have been happy with my work, and they've given me testimonials without me asking, but obviously it takes a bit more work to get the video ones done. So with video, once again, I'm going to make use of Mac, and I'm going to call people up and perhaps use Skype video. There's another software program called Ovo, which is OOVOO.com, that allows you to record video conversations between two people or more. So I'm going to make use of these tools, add it to the sales page. I'm going to create videos of me like I'm doing now, a talking head. I'm going to do videos of capturing the desktop and add it to my sales page. And what I'm going to then do is, once I've got all this there and I'm happy with how at least the content is there, I'm going to hand it over to Will. He's going to go through it, and I'm going to tell him I need this by this date. And once that happens, I will have a launch date. Once I have a launch date, I can then go to you guys and to my affiliates and everyone and say, this product will be available on this date at this time, and I can begin to go through the rest of the launch process, which I will talk about throughout this video series. So at some point, obviously, if you're going to release a product of your own, this will be something you'll have to think about. You will need to have a sales page. Now, I've got a program called Membership Site Mastermind, which is not to the public yet, but there have been a group of about 50 students who've gone through it. They're the graduates of Blog Mastermind. Now, I've been helping them, and I've just recently produced a module for them about getting a sales page done. I don't have time to go through that, obviously, in depth now. But you do need to consider this, whether you're going to write it yourself, whether you're going to outsource the writing of it completely. You might decide to talk it out in an audio and give that to a copywriter who will convert it into text. Maybe you'll just use video and you don't believe the long form sales page is appropriate for your market, or you just don't like it, whatever the case may be. At some point you will have to decide how to do this. And personally, for me, this is a long task. It's probably one of the longest tasks I will do as part of this launch. I'll be happy when it's done, and I can hand it over to the marketing guys who will go and test it and improve the conversion. So that's pretty much all I'm going to talk about in this video regarding the sales page. I've got a bunch more topics I want to cover. Obviously, I'm doing a lot of work behind the scenes for this relaunch. And if you're interested at all in going through a launch of your own, or you're just curious about Blog Mastermind and what's happening, stay tuned to my blog because I have a bunch more videos like this. And if you're watching this outside of my blog, you can find all the previous content and future videos coming up at entrepreneurs-journey.com, or just do a Google for my name, which is Yaro, Y-A-R-O. I'll catch you again soon on a future video, and enjoy the blog. Bye-bye.